Backgammon fans. I am Marc Olsen from Backgammon Galaxy. Today we are going to live stream the final of the Backgammon World Championship Freeroll. We started 430 players and we're down to 2 players left. And it's actually 2 grandmasters and 2 players who have previously been very highly ranked on Backgammon Galaxy. It's Victor Ashkenazi and Sabba. Oh, let me see if I can get Sabba's last name. I'm just calling him Sabba. Sabba is from Georgia. He's a really strong player. I think he was number 1 on Backgammon Galaxy last month or 2 months ago, just for a short while. So he's grandmaster level, and has been getting some great results in the United States tournaments the last couple of years. So I'm very interested to see how this plays out. It's going to be a 17-point match, so we're in for a long one. And let me just tell the players that they are ready, or we are ready to start. Okay, let's see if everything works. Is the audio good? I think the audio is good. Otherwise, you guys let me know in the chat. I will try to follow the comments in the chat. So please, you can put your message there, chime in. I'll do my best to read your comments. But of course, this is more about the backgammon match. You know, this is a really big prize because it's a free roll, and the winner wins a ticket for the Backgammon World Championship, and a buy-in for the Backgammon World Championship is €1,250. So it's a huge prize for a free roll tournament, and it was a huge field. So of course we play on Backgammon Galaxy, the sponsor of the event. We can see here the ad here on the right for the Backgammon World Championship. It's begins early this year, July 25th, but it begins with the UBC. And oh, we have the match. Here we are. It's in the lobby. Let's go. So Sabba, Bejanishvili. I'm just going to call him Sabba. And of course, Victor Ashkenazi, a very well-known American-Russian grandmaster. And Victor was even ranked as the number 1 player in the world on the BMAP ranking a couple of years ago, before Mochy came and took that spot. So this is a great matchup. We've got Victor with his legendary. I enabled my cursor here, so I could use my cursor to indicate positional features. We've got Victor's legendary avatar, and Sabba has a cool avatar as well, but this is not. He doesn't have a legendary avatar, but I think if he keeps up the good work, he might be a contender in the future to get a legendary avatar as well. Oh yeah, there's my cursor. I didn't enable it. We've got Victor up here, and we've got Sabba playing as bottom player. Daniel Pedregal asks in the chat, who is the favorite? I think the favorite is Victor. I mean, how couldn't we pick Victor here? You know, he's actually one of the greatest players in the world. But of course, this is 2 grandmaster level players, so it's got to be tight. It's a 17-point match. If I had to guess, I would say Victor is probably like a 51, 52% favorite, maybe 53. I don't think it's going to be more than that. Let me check out the chat here. Robert Whiplin asks, is this the son of Bejanishvili who won the East Tafta 2 years ago? Good question. I don't know. Maybe somebody can help us out in the chat for that. Tudor says, smash the like button. You're right. Let's smash the like button, guys. We've got 39 likes so far. Not bad. Just getting started. Okay, so we've got Sabba here with the rack on his side of the board, but his problem is that he's got 4 men trapped over here. So he's trailing in the pip count with 186 pips to go. So I think this is a pretty close position, actually, pretty even, because Sabba has the racing deficit. That's an advantage for Victor, but he has the better home board. Oh, Victor dances. Now Sabba, he's not anywhere near a cube yet, even though dancing is a trigger. But he just became a favorite after Victor danced on his 3-point board. Double 4 for Sabba. So how do we play this? I mean, there's the aggressive blitz move where you switch to the ace point, but I don't like that. I don't like that when you're down in the race. Then your game plan should be to prime. So I think hitting loose would be better, but again, I don't like blitzing plays here. I want to find a priming play. So what about making the 9 point? Coming up with 24 to 20. And then playing, I prefer 8 to 4 here. 8 to 4 is definitely better because you want to keep structure. You want to keep structure here. Okay, so Victor dancing. This could be a cube. This could be a cube because here Sabba has a priming advantage and he has a blitzing advantage. He doesn't have a racing advantage, but he has 2 out of 3. So in a middle game position like this, if you use the PRAB model, PRAB, prime, race, and blitz, or the Olsen point system, this would be a cube. I think he found a good cube here. Easy take though. I mean, it's more the cube that's in question, whether it... let's say, ooh, aces. Now, however, he could go for the blitz attack. Now I think he should. I think that Sabba should go for the double hit here. Just double switch. The race is quite close. Yeah, I like that play. 3-2. Of course, he's going to hit here. Continue the blitz attack. Okay, 5-4. So Sabba needs to bring some of his back checkers into the game. I don't like that move. This is too loose. I get that he wants a direct builder, but you cannot give up the mid position like this. So I think I've spotted 2 errors from Sabba this far. Breaking the 9 point and now breaking the midpoint. So it seems like Sabba really likes flexibility, but underestimates structure. That would be my comment so far. Okay, Victor's pretty happy here. He can stabilize. He anchors up and he plays to the 22 point. I will try to use the point numbers here as they are listed on the board. So if I talk about the 20 point, it's Victor's 5 point, basically. Yeah, this is quite a close position here, right? Victor is definitely happy that he took the cube. Sabba would have been better off not cubing at this point in time, but he had a good blitz attack going. He was just a bit unlucky that Victor survived the blitz attack. So who are you guys cheering for, guys? Let me know in the chat. Are you on Team Victor or Team Sabba? Of course, Sabba being from Georgia, that's a big Backgammon nation. So he's got to have some Backgammon fans back there. But he lives in the United States. I'm not sure how long he's been in the United States. I think he's an immigrant, but he could be born there. Maybe if one of you guys know better, you can let us know in the chat what's the background story of Sabba. Okay, 5-4 here for Victor. Interesting. So he could run from the butterfly anchor, but I don't like that when you're trailing in the race. But again, what else is he going to do? What else is he going to do? Is he considering hitting here from the 12 point on the 21 point? I mean, it does kind of look like a natural play, but you can't really build a prime here. I think he has to run, actually, and make the midpoint. I think he has to run and make the midpoint, even though he's trailing in the race. Because everything else is loose. Break structure or give too many shots. But a difficult decision here for Victor. And of course, I'm not as deep into the game as Victor is. Yeah, he does make the play. I like the move, Victor. I would have done the same thing. So Sabba attacks. Let's see if he can dodge a bullet. He couldn't. No bullet dodging here. By the way, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, of course, and follow us on Instagram. I'm Marc Olsen 10, and follow Backgammon Galaxy as well on Instagram and Facebook. Okay, Victor has to make an ugly play here. Ooh, double sixes. That makes the 3-point. Wow. Wow, what a joker. Victor comes in immediately, so the game is still on here. And now he has to hit. He has to hit on the 21 point. There's not really any other choice here, I think. And just hope to dodge some bullets. So we got some fellow Georgians in the house here cheering for Sabba. And then we got Big John 55 says that Sabba lives in Atlanta, Georgia area. Okay, so he's a Georgian living in Georgia in the United States. Alex Japaritze says, I'm a Georgian, but I'm a friend of Victor, so it's hard for me to choose. Yeah. Okay, so Victor is really taking his time here. I mean, is he considering hitting on the 23 point instead? It's less shots, but much less constructive. Yeah, I guess it's a decision. I guess it's a tough decision. Yeah, I think I would have done the same. Okay, he doesn't get dodged here. Sabba makes the crucial hit. Again, Victor just strikes from the bar with an entry. Yeah, but Victor again, 2-6 from the bar. He doesn't like dancing, even though he's up against the 5-point board. So yet again, the position stabilizes. Now, because of the lack of attackers here from Sabba, Victor can come out and make the 8-point here. And then I think Victor should just activate this dilly builder on the 22 point and get it into play. I like the play. I agree. Oh, look at this. We have to see the banana split here. This is going to be a banana split hit. Actually, there's another variation. There's also the semi-banana where you hit with the deuce and then you play 4-3. Exactly, this one. I think it's the right play, actually, rather than leaving a double shot, because Sabba is ahead in the race. So leaving 11 instead of 20 shots, it actually makes a big difference. Pretty cool move by Sabba, and he played it quite fast. I liked it. Okay, so Sabba has to give up the 20 point. Double 4, I guess that's useful, right? That's 1. Then you go here 2. You would like to make the 14 point, but what do you do with the last one? So you can't. You have to play it all the way to the 6. Yeah, I like that play. Six, 2. Yeah, I guess Victor just makes the 10 point. Yep. This is now a mutual holding game position. I mean, Victor really performed some miracles here. He was getting blitz attacked. Sabba had a 5-point board. Oh, and now it's Victor starting the blitz attack. This is a redouble. Sabba does, clear redouble. And now he puts Sabba on the spot. That's not an easy decision. This is a tough decision. It would have been easier to take if Sabba didn't have his open 2-point. Okay, he takes it. Okay, fair enough. I mean, the race is very close, and he could come in fast, and then he has got a lot of contact value with his anger here. So, it would have been so much easier to take if you had the 5-point board made. But I guess I like the take, but I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards take 2. But he didn't think too long about it. I would have taken my time there. I found that to be a tough decision, especially on a recube, big decision for the match. So now Victor just keeps rolling well. Nice move, Victor. Look at how he's slid over from the 12 to the 13 point. Because even if Sabba comes in, now Victor has less contact with this anchor here on the 13 point. to bring them home. So instead of safetying the blot like 95% of all the Backgammon players would have done, or maybe even 99%, Victor was thinking one step ahead and just slid over to the 13 point. 4-2. Okay. So now Victor is thinking about tactics. He's counting dice combinations here. So he has the 10 to 16 move, and that leaves a 5-4, 3-6, 5-2, 3-2. That's a total of 4 fingers. That's 8 out of 36. What other combinations does he have? He has the 10 to 14, 17 to 19. That leaves a 5-6, 5-4, and a 3-4. That's 3 fingers. That's only 6 combinations out of 36. So that is, it's less flexible. And then he has this one. That's 5-3, double 5, double 3. That's only 4 combinations. I think he nailed it. I love that play. And he cleared the 13 point in the process. I think that was a brilliant play, actually. But of course, it's a tactical decision. So now he just has one problem here, Victor, and that's the guy on the 10 point that needs to wiggle his way home. So Sabba has a choice here. Does he maximize contact and has 3 attackers pointing on him, or does he come in a little bit past the front of the avalanche here, come in on the 20 point, and then he gets to play 7-4, which doesn't bury a checker. So I think actually that's the right play. If you come in on the 22, then you got a quarter of all of Victor's rolls pointing on the 22 point, pointing on his head. Not good. But it does ensure more contact. But I would just come in on the 20 here, avoid burying more checkers, avoid getting pointed on. Okay, Sabba goes for the other variation. I would have come in on the 20 point. Double 4. So I guess we play a single checker holding game now. Stay back with the 22 and just run, right? Because how many pips are we going to be behind? We're going to be 11 pips behind after the move. So that's very slim racing chances. So I think this is the best play. 4-1 does nothing. He has to play 6-1 here. He's too far ahead in the race to start hitting loose. No need for that. If you're ahead by more than 10% in the race after the move, typically you shouldn't hit. Okay, so Victor is spending a lot of time here. I mean, if Victor could win a gammon, then I would be considering hitting here, but there's no gammon in this position. Sabba only has one more guy in the outfield, so even after a closeout, and you have gaps, and there's no gammon. So it's all about just getting your checkers home, winning a single. So in order to participate in these free roll tournaments, you have to be a star member. It's basically also, other than just getting the premium features, it's also an exclusive tournament club. And this month we have a new free roll to win the legendary Earth board. An Earth board for the winner. And the value of an Earth board is around 1,100 euros. So again, a big prize. If you want to play the tournament and you're not a star member, you have to go to the web version of Backgammon Galaxy, log in, subscribe to the star membership, and then you can sign up for the tournament. If you want to find the tournament lobby, you simply go to our landing page, backgammongalaxy.com. You go on the top menu and click tourneys, and you see online tournaments, and there you see the list of the online tournaments, and that's where you register as well. You can find the registration form there. Okay, 4-0 Victor. Victor is off to a good start, but this is a 17-point match, so it's still very early. Lots of things can happen. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, Victor just danced on Sabba's 2-point board, and Sabba sent an early cube. Yeah, I like it. Dancing is a trigger. Victor has back checker split. He's got 9 in the zone. He's got marking losing sequences here. Like if, yeah, I think this could more or less be a market losing sequence that he got there. So pretty good. I like that cube by Sabba. Nice, early and aggressive to ensure not losing the market. Double 3, that's interesting, huh? So it's a hit and it's making the 5 point, I guess. What other plays do you have? You can make the 2 point, but no, you want to pick up this guy, make the 5 point. You're not scared of a 1-2 back game yet. I think this is a clear play, actually. Yeah, this is a clear play. You want to hit on the 18 point and you want to make the 5 point. Don't overthink it, Sabba. He might be thinking about going all the... Yeah, that's the best play. Going all the way and then safetying 10-7 to keep volatility low to then double next time. But he already doubled. So you already doubled, so you got to play aggressively on the gammon. Okay, guys, remember to smash the like button, right? We're only at 54 likes and we've got almost 230 concurrent viewers at the moment. So let's smash the like button and get the like count up. It triggers the algo on YouTube to get more viewers. So this is fun, right? Because now we've got a 1-2 back game, but unfortunately for Victor, he doesn't have the timing. And after that double 5, now his timing is completely destroyed. So this is actually a too good to double position if the cube had not already been doubled. So Sabba is really liking his position here. A fantastic position to be in. Very few losses here for Sabba because of the timing issue for Victor. Victor's most likely going to crunch, or he's going to be forced to run off the back game, in which Sabba can... Oh, 6-3, that's fun, right? Look at this. Victor, of course, has to come off of it. Right? Shouldn't he come off of it? I don't think I think this is Victor's best chance to somehow get a counter prime going. Sabba dances. He's not too worried still. I mean, he's still like a huge favorite here. The ace is triplicated because you want to hit with the ace. You want to make the 2 point with the ace, anchor at the edge of the prime, and you also want to safety the blots so you don't get more men trapped behind Sabba's 5 prime. So Victor has a real decision here. This is tough. What do you do with this? What do you do with this? I mean, I'm... Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That was tough. That was difficult. All 3 aces looked so good. And this is what happens when you are in a position with a poorly timed back game, you know. Then you end up like this. And now there's... I think Sabba is probably 50% to win a gammon here. Could be more. Could be more. Basically, the only way for Victor to save the gammon is if he hits a shot. Victor still has his front position intact over here. Victor somehow managed to not crunch. But that was at the expense of a 1-2 back game turning into an ace point game with men on the bar. So, yeah, Victor rolls the 6. He's still not crunched. And he doesn't bury any checkers. If he can roll a 3, he will put this dilly builder to use, and no checkers have been killed. So actually not a terrible ace point game here for Ashkenazi. 5-1. Yeah, 6-5. Okay, now Victor would prefer to start making some points over here because he might get a shot soon. Sabba has the choice. Do we peel or do we clear from the rear? It looks close here actually because it's not the pretty... I think I like the peel too because Victor still has some weaknesses over here and you would get a little bit of an ugly position by clearing from the rear. So when you get an ugly position after playing safe, it's typically better to just play aggressive. 1-2 again. Yeah, he's going for the gammon. Okay, Victor saves the gammon here. I mean, he's not unhappy, Victor, right now. This could have been much worse. So he gets off the gammon. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, and follow us on Instagram. I'm Marc Olsen 10. All of you guys are always welcome to send me a DM on Instagram if you have any questions about Backgammon Galaxy or whatever. I do give private lessons occasionally, so you can look me up for that as well. So 5-3 for Sabba here. He's got some options. Unfortunately for Sabba, there's no way to hit a checker here, not even in his own home board here for tempo, because Victor has a what I call an embryonic position. It's a weak position right now, but it's about to turn strong. And that's a great time to make a hit, but he could. I think I like the way he played the 5-3. Now he's just going to build his home board, the 3-point. Okay, Victor had... Okay, oh yeah, he could make the outside hit. Good. Oh, look at this double deuces. Beautiful hitting on the 11 and making the 4-point. Victor dances. Again, dancing is a trigger. Is this... Yeah, this is a double because he's got a lot of rolls out here to double hit. So that actually a great double from Sabba once again. Pretty easy take for Victor. This is still basically a level 2 prime formation versus a level 1 prime formation. So Victor is only one level behind, thereby it's a take. And this is a new cube action system that I've been developing over the last couple of years. I'm currently writing an ebook about this topic. It's kind of an extended system to the Olsen point system or the PrEP model. It's very useful in the middle game positions, or as I like to call it, the undefined stage of the game. Okay, 6-5 Sabba. That was actually a decision. I kind of like his play, actually. With the 5-point open, the 11-point is really powerful, but it was a pretty tough to not just make the 18-point as well. So that was a real decision. Wow, double 4 joker. That is a major joker for Victor Ashkenazi. Because now you can take these 3 guys who were completely trapped down here on the ace point and just jump up in the gap on the 5-point, and then he's not getting primed. He basically turned a level 3 priming structure into a level 0 priming structure by neutralizing all of the prime value from Sabba here. Then the question is, how do you play the last 4? Do we hit loose? Do we just come out to the 9-point here, which also makes sense? I don't think you play 12 to 16. Yeah, he makes the loose hit. I like it because of all the blots, actually. Another decision here for Victor. Should he cover or double hit? Tough. Both plays looks really strong. If you cover with the 6, your 4 leaves you with quite a few shots from the bar anyway. But if you hit with the 6, okay, Victor goes for the aggressive hitting play. I like it. This might be too good to double, even though that he's leading. The fact that Victor's leading and thinking about redoubling, it really narrows in the doubling window. It's much faster to go from no redouble take to too good to double pass, actually. I think this is too good to double. Just because it's in that category of positions where it's such a big pass, right? And if it's such a big pass, then it's typically too good to double. But you know what? After I just said that, I'm not even... Yeah. I think it's a pass, but maybe Victor did the right thing about doubling. It was a little bit risky to not double. If Victor doesn't pick up that second blot and Sabba comes in with both checkers at the same time, that's a market gainer, and Victor would be sad about not just cashing it when he could. But that was blunder potential here. I'm looking forward to see that decision after the game. Ashkenazi could potentially have made a blunder here by doubling this position, but I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, double 3 for Sabba. Awesome roll. So how do we play it? I guess we cover the 3-point, then we make the 21-point, and then, okay, he chose to play down, which is flexible. It also duplicates aces because 3-1, 4-1, 6-1, a lot of them make points over here, the 20 or the 18-point. Okay, this is not a double at all. Even though Sabba is trailing the match, the fact that Sabba is trailing in the match makes him want to double more aggressively in gammonish positions. Remember that, guys. Not in gammonless positions. You only want to turn up your aggression level in gammonish positions. It's the 4-point threat. So this is something I emphasize to many of my students throughout the years. You know, You want to be aggressive with the cube when you're trailing the match, but only in gammonish positions where you have a 4-point threat. Don't be aggressive in a gammonless position. It's also in my new book, How to Not Suck at Backgammon. Another concept from that book. Six five. I guess you gotta run, right? You gotta run. Yeah, Sabba has the better home board, so now is the time. 5-1 is not a good roll. Not a good roll. Yeah, Victor has to play it like this. This is a good cube because here you have market losing threats. Sabba could roll a 6, which definitely loses the market. I don't think Victor can take it actually because it's a one-man back position. If Sabba rolls a 6, then Victor is dead. Sabba could also roll 6-1, 3-1, double 1, double 4, 6-4, double 1, double 2. Strong numbers as well because they can point shift or make points. That's too many good shots here. And Victor's even leading 6-2. It also changes the take point here because there's a little bit of gammon. Victor still has 8 men outside. So if Sabba ends up with a closeout here on this back checker, Victor will lose a lot of gammons. So I think this is a drop at the score. I think it's a drop for money as well in money game. There's a slight distinction because of the match score. Victor's leading 6-2 already, so he wants to be slightly more careful. I like the pass. We're up to 81 likes, guys. Very good. Very good. Like and subscribe the video. Help us grow the YouTube channel. We're up to 25,000 subscribers to the Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel right now. That's amazing, right? And basically the last 6 months, every single month in the Backgammon Galaxy app and website, we've been breaking the record for most games played. So we seem to be growing month over month. So that's really positive and nice. So thank you guys for that. Let's keep the momentum for Backgammon Galaxy. 2-1. Okay, so Sabba just elects to play efficient here. Slot points. Yeah, he misses the shot here. 6-2. Yeah, Victor's just gonna bring 2 down here. No need to make the 4-point and 21 point and leave a shot. Interesting. Should Sabba step up? I don't think he should. I think he should stay back on the 23 point. Because if he steps up on the 21 point, then he's facing a gapless structure. Yeah, and it's a great cube from Victor. It's low volatility, high winning chances, excellent cube. And this one, usually my 23 point anchor rule is that if you're only faced with one gap in the structure, it's a pass. Here, Victor has 2 men on the ace point, which kind of drags you in the direction of the take, but I think it's still just a pass. Sabba shouldn't take deeper here in a gammonless position, more or less gammonless position, just because he's trailing in the match. So I like the double and I like the pass. Okay, 3-2 point on head. 2-5 from the bar. I like it. Dangerous to come out on the 18 point now. 6-4. I think, oh, wait a minute, Victor. Shouldn't we hit with a 6? I think we should hit with a 6 and just split with a 4. He played that very fast. I would have hit with a 6. I think this was a good blitz attacking opportunity with 10 men in the zone. Tempo gain as well. Oh, Sabba elected to not anchor up. That was a mistake, I think, because Victor has a blitz formation here. Also a prime formation, but he's got 11 men in the zone. And look at this. This is a double hit. He's going to make the 2 point, and he's going to hit with 12 to 24. Double hit. I don't know what's taking Victor this long. I think this is such a clear play. He might be thinking about making the 18 point. Okay, yeah, that's why it's taking so long. He's thinking about making the 23 and the 18. I would have double hit. Victor is playing the blitzing formation here. He's ahead in the race. He's got a ton of men in the zone. He needs tempo to escape his backchecker, blitz to escape. It's Sabba being down in the race who plays the priming game plan. So Victor just made a priming move, and now he's in a priming battle. Sabba instantly comes in. Victor is now trapped in a priming battle with worse timing. So I think that was a blunder from Victor Ashkenazi, actually. Not double hitting there. A classic prime or blitz dilemma. I mean, I might just be a bit arrogant here calling out their errors, but maybe I could be wrong, right? These guys are focusing more on the game than I am, but we'll see after the match in the analysis mode. Okay, 6-2, very interesting for Sabba here. He could go for the blitz attack, but that's not what he want to do. I like it. He stays consistent to his favorite game plan, which is to prime here. He goes for the 6 prime. And now his rolls are diversified. This could be a double. You have market losers here, and the rolls are diversified. A 3 to hit, and a 4 and a 1 to cover the 6 prime. He also has a lot of bad numbers here. So, of course, it's super easy take for Victor. But there are some market losers here. And especially being down 7 to 3. I think we should double. What do you guys think? Is this a double for Sabba? Is this a double for Sabba? He does have market losers, right? Imagine he rolls a 4-1 or whatever. That's probably going to be a market loser. Unless Victor rolls 2-1 and gets to keep his 6 prime over there. So I think it's a double. Okay, so we've got some chat messages coming in here. Oh, he didn't double, and look what he rolls. 5-3, great shot. So unless Victor... Yeah, this is a huge double from the bar here. Huge double from the bar. And can Victor take this? I mean, there is a path, right? The path is that Sabba dances and Victor rolls a 2. Okay, he takes it very fast. Sabba dances. Okay, Victor rolls 3-1. That's also pretty good. But you still have a problem, Victor. You need to get out with these 2. I don't like that take. I don't like the take. Especially being up 7-3. I didn't like the take. I think it's a pass. The prime of Sabba is so strong here. Victor needs to roll a deuce ASAP. And even after rolling a deuce, he still might crunch if he gets unlucky and rolls a 4-4 or 3-3. Interesting. Okay. So 2 moves or 2 plays that I disagreed with from Victor in this game. The 6, where he chose the priming move rather than the blitzing move, and the take of the doubling cube here. I think I would pass it. I'm more confident with the checker play than the cube decision. So it could be that Victor is right, of course. What will you guys have done? So we've got Vita in the chat saying, wow, I would pass. Okay. Wow, Victor did the miracle. He did it. He wiggled his way out. And now he's winning 4 points. Wow, I was just checking out the chat. I look back on the board and he's got both men out of the 5 prime here. Amazing. Okay, so he found a way. Very unlucky sequence for Sabba here. Super unlucky sequence. Yeah, Victor. I think he could go for the backgammon here. I think that's the play. I think Victor should go for the backgammon. 2 more dances from Sabba, and Sabba is in backgammon trouble. Oh, there he lost a step for the backgammon, but I guess you have to do it to not leave a gap, not take a man off there with 3-2 from Victor. Yeah, he doesn't really gain anything from getting the 8th man off because he still has a 4-roll position. So the backgammon slid through his fingers, and he has to be happy with just winning a gammon here, which of course he is. That was a miracle escape from that prime. Alex Wilson says, Mark, please check this cube after the match. We will. So Tudor Pogasyan says, pass a take and lose less. Take a pass and win more. Caius Ilius Caesar. Like a old Roman quote, cool. Fun one. Oh, okay, we see a tempo hit from Victor. Is that the right tempo hit, or should you hit on the ace point? I don't know. 4-2. So here Victor has a big incentive of splitting the back checkers because he's losing the anchor war. Again, I'm not Victor needs to split. Yeah, here now it's difficult to split because Sabba. Hey, wait a minute, Sabba. This is a cube. That's a big cube. Now you lost your market, Sabba. Okay, Victor rolls a double one. That means Victor can take the cube. You still, yeah, I think this is a cube as well, but not as obvious as before, as when Victor was on the ace point. But I think this was another cube loss. Yeah, good play, Sabba. Definitely. And now he lost his market. This is a pass. Yeah, with just one gap and nice flexibility for Sabba here. Sabba missed at least one cube there, potentially two. He might be a little bit on tilt, losing focus, not taking his time, whatever it is. Okay, so we play the 5 down and split with the 2. So AT asks, considering your books, which book is the most useful? I've done the 501 Essential Backgammon Problems by Roberti. Okay, so from my books, I would say it depends on your level. If you're an intermediate player, so if you're like below 1700 on Backgammon Galaxy, I would say How to Not Suck at Backgammon, number 1, and Backgammon Masterclass, number 2, and then Cube Like a Boss, number 3. If you're a higher level player, I would say skip How to Not Suck at Backgammon and jump straight into Backgammon Masterclass, Cube Like a Boss, and potentially, if you have a lot of time, Pure Strategy as well. But Masterclass, Cube Like a Boss, and How to Not Suck. I would say that's my recommendation from my book cabinet. Okay, 6-2 here for Sabba. So I think it's time to play 13-7 slot in front of the anchor here where he's least happy to hit. Don't clear the 15 point. You stack and you leave a vulnerable blot. It's much less vulnerable if you slot on the 7 point. So I would play 13-7, 6-4. Yeah, this one, it hurts too much to get hit here, I think. And you diversify the 4. At least there was a 2 duplication when you slot the 7 point. But of course, he did solve the problem of the 15 point. So maybe it wasn't that bad. But I would have made the other play, slotting the 7, 6-4. Double 2 from Sabba is interesting. Yeah, you got that play. He played it so fast. I think it's correct to just come down with all 4. Yeah, I think it's correct to come down with all 4. Yeah. Game King asks, what does Pure Strategy cover? So Pure Strategy, I wrote that book in 2017. It covers game plans and basically the idea of the value equation, which is a way to both determine your optimal game plan and also to assess how strong your position is actually by evaluating the 4 game plans for each player: priming, blitzing, racing, and contact. And then it proposes this idea that you basically have to think like a neural net, where the weights on all the concepts that we know, they are kind of shifting depending on the position type. So the concepts of the game, the strategy concepts, is a function of position type, basically. It proposes that idea as well. I wrote it before I became a professional content creator. I didn't have a team around me like I do now. I didn't have a proofreader like Alec Barr. So it's kind of, the content is great, but it's not as well executed. Like my 2 newest books, How to Not Suck and Backgammon Masterclass. But I would still recommend it, of course, to read it. You just got to be, an enthusiastic backgammon player to dive into that book. And if you only have time to read 1 or 2, I wouldn't pick that one. I would say Masterclass, How to Not Suck, and Cube Like a Boss. it's between those three. Okay, so Sabba managed to get his checkers home here in this holding game with that beautiful double 5 to clear the 11 point, and he wins 2 points. So the gap is decreasing here. The score is 11-6, which is 6 away Victor, 11 away Sabba. So it's actually fun, right? It's like an inverse score here. The score is 11-6, and it's 6 away, 11 away. Okay, so Sabba is fast to capture the 18 point. That's such a big advantage. Now Victor has to split his back checkers because he's losing the anchor war, so he should play out to the 7 point, and then he should probably just slot the 21 point. I think that's the right play. He can't really... why would you go there and break connection with your back checkers? And you're even behind 4 pips in the race. I don't get that move. I mean, it's not that I think that it's a super big mistake, but what's the logic? How could 7-9 be better than 19-21? Okay, that's... maybe he understands something I don't, because it didn't make much sense to me. Double hitting from Sabba. Oh, that's fun. I was still a bit on the fence from the previous move from Victor here, so I didn't really see it, and all of a sudden Sabba double hits. But I guess he didn't have any other play with 5-4. Double 5 is interesting, huh? Okay, you come in with 1, then you point on hit on the 3 point. And what about the last one? Do you double hit again and leave 2 plots? Maybe you do. Or you just come out to the 15 point. What else do you got? You can come all the way to the 15? No, then you don't have a... So you definitely point. Okay, he chooses the double hit. It's a fun play. Very blitzy. Now you double. Oh yeah, easy double. Easy double. How many men in the zone? 10 men in the zone. Double slot, which means Victor's probably going to get a shot from the bar. Which means it's probably going to be difficult to pass this cube if you're a Victor Ashkenazi. But, I mean... Sabba definitely has a blitzing advantage, and he has a racing advantage. So he does have 2 out of 3. So the cube is easy, like no decision at all. But the take is more complicated here. It's more complicated. 10 men in the zone is pretty good. Okay, he chooses to let it go. Yeah, that was a decision for Victor. I was leaning towards the take, I must admit. But it could be that Victor is right there. You got to really go in deep and assess how strong is that blitz attack. How strong is it really? And it's kind of an atypical blitz formation, right? Because how often do you see a blitz attack with 2 blots on the 1 and the 2 point? So yeah, let's see after the match in the post-game analysis. And this is high stakes, right? The winner takes a seat at the World Championship for 1,250 euro buy-in. I know for a fact that Victor is going to come. He always comes every year. I haven't seen Sabba at the World Championship before, but I think he's going to come if he wins the seat. Victor's probably going to come and play regardless, right? He wants to be a world champion. Okay, nice play from Victor, slotting. 3 and 4 down, looks right to me. Comes out. Okay, Sabba comes. Oh, it's a slightly awkward. I think you have to play it all the way to the 9 and leave 2 blots in front of the anchor. Because what else are you going to do? You come out with a 5 and then, yeah, I think you got to make that play because you're going to leave a shot no matter what. And at least you leave the shot in front of the anchor that Victor has to break here. Good shot from Victor. He's just going to hit and make the 11 point. Easy move. No cube for Sabba here. It's not a double. If he was not on the bar, it would probably be a double. Because then you have the attack potential. But being on the bar, this is not a double. And Victor has this little hidden extra point made here on the 11 point. Atypical formation, but actually gives a lot of strength to Victor's position. Also notice that he's not stacked Victor. He's got a nice backloaded formation here. He's got a great potential to forming a prime in the future. Sabba, on the other hand, has a stronger position now, but he already semi-buried this guy on the 4 point, so he's more advanced. He's got this weird angle on the 23 point. I think actually Victor is a favorite in this position now. But of course it's close. Ooh, dance by Victor. Sabba gets a chance here, so what do we do? You really want to split those back checkers, but I guess with 4-2 you have to make the 2 point to increase the dancing numbers. 4-3, Victor's back to being a favorite. Oh, that's a fan. Victor can't double because he's leading in the match. 6 away, 10 away. So Victor has to be slightly less aggressive. 1-6, quick play from Sabba. It looks correct to me. 6-2 is weird. Weird roll from Victor here. So what can he do? He can slot the 20 point and play 17 to 19. Is that it? Or you can slot the 22 point. Worst point, fewer shots. You avoid the stacking. But I think I would probably just stay on the 20 point. Yeah, this is much more valuable. And you got builders from the 15 point to cover. That's a great shot from Sabba, actually. Of course, you would have preferred a hit, but with double twos, he can slide up to the 21 point, which is a huge improvement. Now he's just losing slightly in the anchor war. He's not losing big time. 3-1, great shot from Victor. Hits and covers. Yeah, Sabba comes out, fighting for outfield control and mobility. 4-2, looks good from Victor. Safetying the blot after hitting so he doesn't get hit back. Dancing on the 2 point board. But of course, Victor's very far from a cube now because of Sabba's establishment of the 21 point advanced anchor. Victor gets hit. Oh, he hits back with a 6 from the bar. Sabba doesn't have timing for a back game here, so he must come out. Yeah, I agree. That's a funky roll, huh? So he comes from 5 to 11. That's 1 6. 2 more 6s. Yeah, I think that's right from Victor. I think that's a good play. Double 4. Do we make that 5 point? But that also gives up the contact in the outfield. We're a little bit sad about that. What does this one go? 14, 10, 6. And then you have to play 8 to 4, which is counterproductive. Maybe you just make the 5 point, actually. If you're Sabba here, I think you just make the 5 point. That's the only way to maximize your checker utilization. Everything else is deficient. Yeah. He takes his time here, burning a lot of time bank. His time bank is now getting closer to Victor's. Yeah, I would make the same play. He's sad about giving up the control here from the midpoint, but it's the only way to optimize your checker utilization. Everything else is deficient. Okay, interesting cube action here for Victor. He thought about it. Yeah, I can see why he thought about it. Okay, now it's going to be an easy cube for Victor. He might have even lost his market here. Because this is not the type of position where Sabba can take deep. It's not a volatile gammonish position where Sabba has high winning chances. Sabba has rather low winning chances here. He does have slightly higher winning chances because of the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper can also very quickly turn into a liability. Okay, Sabba took it. I think that's a blunder, actually. I think this is a pretty big pass because it's a holding game and Victor has already cleared the midpoint. And Victor has a nice and flexible position. I think the winning chances for Victor here is around 75%, maybe even slightly higher. Around 75%. But he has gammon wins. He's winning like 10% gammon in this position, maybe even 12, because of the blood on the 24 point. So I think this is a blunder to take this cube actually for Sabba. This is not the position type where you adjust your strategy. Okay, anyway, double 2 for Victor here. Interesting. He could point shift, try to get that goalkeeper more advanced. to get him to annoy him less, get him that annoying goalkeeper, move it forward. If he comes in with a 4, then Victor is quite relieved. But it's also nice to just clear the 15 point. Clear the 15 point and play 17 to 19. Also very nice. He could also point shift and then play 15 to 19 with 1 checker. And then you've got a stripped rear point that's ready to be cleared next time. But you want to do it... okay, he chooses the non-switching play. That was a tough backgammon decision there for Ashkenazi. I'm not sure what I would have played. Orkun says, big pass, but he's angry. Game King says, this leaves a bad 6-5. That's true. 6-5 leaves a double shot. That's very true. Ooh, nasty double 4. Nasty double 4 here. There's the 6-5. Here we go, Orkun. You told us in the chat. So he has to double slot. Let's see if he can dodge here. Oh, dodging like Neo. And look at this. Can he cover both? He can't cover both. He's going to get another shot. Dodging again like Neo. 6-5. There it is. Victor's going to cruise home. 2 easy points here. I mean, easy. He did have to dodge a bit there. Dodge some bullets. But yeah, now it looks easy. So it's going to be a 2-point win here. Sabba has like 8% winning chances or something like this in this position. Now it's less. Maybe even less because of the dead checkers on the 4-point. So yeah, just a completely hopeless position for Sabba here. It's going to be 2-point for Ashkenazi. And he's going to be 4 away, 10 away. And Tudor says, no, actually Game King says, with a better board, this could have been a value recube at the match score for Sabba. Yeah, it could have been one of those quasi last roll positions if he had a closed home board, but he didn't, right? So even if he hits, the game is not over yet. So you can only do that in a quasi last roll position. 6-4 easy move for Sabba. You make the 2-point to increase your gammons. Good play. Victor responds promptly with a 4-2 to make the 21-point. Sabba again is building the point. Ooh. Ashkenazi to make that beautiful 4'. Beautiful, beautiful 4'. And look at this. Now Victor is trying to extend his prime from the rear. Beautiful technique. That's a good play. That is a great play from Sabba. Rather than making the 4-point like most idiots would have done, he chose the masterful play of splitting the back checkers because he's facing a really dangerous priming threat. Ooh, 6-2 joker from Victor. 6-2. This is a... again, okay, so Victor has to be careful with not doubling here, but there is, I mean, he could consider doubling now. He's got 3 men behind a 5'. He could consider doubling here. I think he should actually, because there's big market losers and Victor could win a gammon here if he rolls a 6-2, 3-5 or any ace or even double. Okay, so it actually is double 6, double 3, 6-2, 5-3. That's 6 numbers and any ace. So that's 17 numbers that hit here that put the 4th man behind the 5'. It's even a pass. This is a pass at this score. Okay, I like the play. Good cube by Victor and good pass by Sabba. A lot of players, they go on tilt here and they take cubes like that that Sabba was faced with here, with this notion of I have to take deeper because I'm trailing, I can redouble. But I think Sabba understood this position and how hopeless it actually was. So good decision by Sabba to pass the cube despite trailing big in the match score. 6-1, that's a fun one, huh, for Victor. I guess you just make the 18 point here. Yeah, leave a double shot instead of a single shot because you get so much out of it. Okay, I like it. Yeah, why not? Why not cube here? I think it's a good cube. And now Sabba really wants to maximize the blitz attack. So I like that move. Exactly. He brings an extra builder to the zone. Double sixes. Awesome roll. The blitz is now on here. I think he might be close to a favorite to win a gammon here after this roll. Pretty good roll from Victor. He comes in with both. It's not a hit, but he comes in with both. Interesting 3-1. Very interesting. There's a double hit variation here. There's the double hit 7-4, 2-1. All in blitz. I like it. I like it. Sabba needs to win a gammon here. He's fighting for the gammon. Expert play by Sabba. Expert play. I mean, to be honest, I didn't have enough time to really think it through. I would have spent more time over the board. But that was my gut instinct play, to double hit rather than just play 6-2 and leave all the initiative to Ashkenazi. So I love that he made that play. Really cool move by Sabba. Yeah, but I'm not completely confident that it's correct because I didn't have time to think about it. It was a big decision. It was just my instinct. My instinct tells me that Sabba made a great play there. Okay, so apparently we are at 97 likes, but 270 viewers right now. Guys, so we just need 3 more likes to go to 100 likes. So remember to like, subscribe to the channel if you're not doing that already. Of course, download the Backgammon Galaxy app if you haven't already done that. The best app in the world for backgammon. And follow us on Instagram. I'm Marc Olsen 10. 6-5. Okay, Sabba wants to continue the blitz attack. How do we do that best? Right? How do we do that best? Maybe we hit, lose, and cover. Yeah, that looks about right to me. Oh, Victor, it's just, I mean, hey, it seems like he can't lose when you roll like this. Like, just no matter what Sabba does, Victor just seems to survive. Comes in with a 6 here and a 4, and I think you play the 6 down. Yeah, that's the play with the 6 to the 18 point. Sabba continues. Which one is better? Yeah. Okay. Finally, Sabba has his chance here. This is Sabba's moment. This is Sabba's moment. You hit and you bring 14 to 8. Exactly, to have the optimal attacker here. There you go. Sabba is attacking. Victor desperately needs a deuce, but he rolls 2 of them. Oh my God. Wow. What a joker. Okay. It's tough to beat Victor Ashkenazi when he rolls like this. Very tough. It's not over yet, but I mean, this was supposed to be an easy gammon win for Sabba. 2 men on the bar against a 5-point board, and then Victor just rolls a casual double 2. No problem at all, right? Just double 2 from the bar, coming in with both. So 4-6 here. Okay, how is Victor gonna play this? He might play safe. He might play safe here because of the gammon threat. This is a tough decision. So Victor could either hit and play 13 to 19. That leaves us what? 3-6, 1-4, 2-4, 3-4, 5-4. That's 10 shots out of 36. But it also leaves some cracking rolls, I think, like double 3, for instance. Double 3 and double 2 would also be a cracking roll. So 10 shots if you want to hit. You leave 10 shots out of 36 to Sabba if you want to hit Victor. Is it worth it? Or should you just leave 0 shots? But if you leave 0 shots, then you also allow Sabba to conquer the outfield. And that's a big advantage for Sabba. Now Sabba can play freely without ever cracking. Oh, he makes the big play like this. Oh, wow. That's the double match point play. I think it's too big. This was the double match point. Look at this. Now Victor's losing a gammon. Wow. I think that was too big, Victor. I was thinking about just hitting with on the 16 point and then just playing 13 to 19. Just stay on your anchor, play safe. You're already leaving 10 shots. That was too big. That was the double match point play, not the gammon safe play. And he should definitely be making gammon safe plays here. What do you guys think about that move? Let me know in the chat. I think Victor made a blunder there. I think it was too big. Okay. That looked slightly wrong to me. I think Sabba should come around with the checkers. Again, it looks slightly wrong. And now he's stacking too many checkers on the 6 and 5 point. Okay, I mean small details, but there was something with the technique there of Sabba. Yeah, look at this now. He's too far away. You know, he should have these checkers closer to his home board. He should have these spare checkers slightly more advanced, so the 6 point would be without a spare checker. So yeah, small technical details there in Sabba's movements. Okay, so we've got North Style says, I feel like he had to hit. Solark says, he went to war. Game King says, triple blunder. Okay, did you check it, Game King, or is it just you thinking it's a triple blunder? I think it was a blunder as well. I don't know if it was a triple blunder, but it could be, actually. It could be a triple blunder. Vita says, big mistake. Amir says, I would play the same. Games King said, not checked. Okay, good. Alex Wilson says, yep, too big to leave at a 5 point board. Double 4. He should fight for the gammon here. He should fight for the gammon, Sabba. You cannot let the gammon slip away through your fingers here. And now he should have taken off two more men last time. Gambled a bit. Okay, he gets lucky. Victor dodges the shot, but Victor could save the gammon with a little bit of luck here. And if he does, it will be Sabba's own fault because he didn't bear off aggressively enough. He gave him a chance. Double 2. Okay, Sabba wins the gammon. I think Victor had it coming there with that play, 4-6, I have to admit. But yeah, looking forward to see the analysis on that one. 6-2, great shot, Sabba. Okay, just pouring some water here. Deuces, nice move. A nice roll, of course. Yeah, slotting play. That's an early double from Sabba here, and this is a gammon-less, not completely gammon-less, but a gammon-low position. So this is not a double. This is too early. Easy take for Ashkenazi. He's actually happy to take the cube in a position like this. He might not even get home with this checker. He's gonna make the 10 point here, I think, just to get home rather than the 5 point. I think the right way to play this was to not double, play the 6-3 with low volatility, make the 10 point, and then you double next time. Now this looks like an efficient cube, where he would actually give Victor a hard decision, but a very easy decision to take it previously for Victor. Yeah, now it's just a normal 3-point anchor holding game with a goalkeeper. There's a little bit of gammon in it because of the goalkeeper here. I don't think it's a big mistake for... Ooh, He's got a decision at hand here. Okay, he chooses to go for the 7 point, which is the gapless prime structure. I like it. I like that play, actually. You know, because of the goalkeeper down here. If you leave the gap on the 7 point, it might cause you trouble in the future. Okay, 3-2. Sabba would have loved to hit because that would keep some gammon wins in the position. He doesn't, and Victor will then be happy to safety this blot in order to not lose a gammon. Yeah, he's going to safety this blot, not lose a gammon. (5-2). Victor is ready. He's ready to hit. Yeah, that's 10-6, 5-4. Maximize flexibility here. He has to leave 4 shots here, 6-1 and 5-2, by playing 10-6. Yeah, of course. I didn't see any other plays. I mean, making the 9 point would leave way too many shots. Okay, this one is a little bit interesting because here he could make the 8 point and you leave 13 shots, but I don't think he should. I think he made the right play just playing safe. Victor is about to crack, right? So it has to be correct. Double 5. Okay, I mean, probably not a good roll, actually, double 5. An ace to hit would have been much better. 3-1, not a good roll. You want to play 6-2 here, not 5-1. 6-2 is better. So you have the 6 points stripped and ready to be cleared. Yeah, this is an ugly position. I use bear off technique and bear off structures are okay. It can be played clear the 5 point here. It's very technical, and Mochy wrote a book about it, and you read the book and you're not even sure if you improve because it's still so technical and confusing. So I have this simplified way of looking at it. It's like I'm just asking myself, is my bear off structure beautiful or ugly? And avoid making plays that leaves you with an ugly bear off structure. That's basically it. And that can guide you for the vast majority of decisions. The only time where you do want to tolerate an ugly bear off position where you might leave shots is if your opponent is already crunched and you're fighting to win a gammon. Then you can just peel off checkers as aggressively as you want. Oh, look at this. The 6-3, it's a double shot. It's a double shot. Wow. And if I know Victor and how he's been rolling in this game, there's no way he can miss the double shot, right? But that's an unlucky roll for Sabba. This is a crucial moment in the match. Sabba needs to dodge this double shot, like Neo from the Matrix. You need to dodge it. So how do we play it? It's 20 rolls regardless, right? It's 20 rolls regardless. So I think he should hit him, because then, you could get this guy out with a 5 or 6 and then he will never bother you anymore. He could dance on the 2-point board and you could win a free gammon. So why is it better to not hit here? So take off a 4th man. Wow! I gotta get this one. He's dodging it. He did it, and we still have excitement in this match. Really, really cool. And this is one of the... I'm not really sure which play was better. What's the argument for not hitting there and just taking off a 4th man? You're not going to win a gammon no matter what. Actually, you're going to win more gammons by hitting, I think, if anything. So why would you just not hit? Is it because you're worried that he comes in with an ace and then picks up 2 checkers? But you could also get hit with an ace and get both checkers picked up anyway. Dancing gives repeated shot potentiality. That's a good argument, Game King. But it's quite rare. But it's a good argument. That's a double hit. That is a clear double hit from Sabba. He wants to play the gammonish score here because this is 4-away, 3-away. Oh, no. No. You're ahead in the race. You minimize shots and go for the blitz attack. That he didn't understand his game plan here, and he didn't understand the match score, because 4-away, 3-away is what I call gammon go light. It's not gammon go, it's not 4-away, 2-away, but it's gammon go light. It's the same idea, just less extreme. So you really want to be super aggressive with the cube if there's a sniff of gammon, and then you want to go for the gammon. Okay, so the double aces here, the Eyes of Shiva, but not exactly a joker like they usually are. 6-5 Victor. Okay, Victor's really happy. The position stabilized. He got a closed back position rather than an open position where you have your back checkers split. Now, because he rolled a crappy 6-5, he had to open up again. So now he's back to having an open back position. Okay, comes in with a 2, hits with a 3. Good move. Come in with a 5, hit loose with a 2. Excellent roll by Ashkenazi here. Again, he's happy. He stabilizes. He closes the back position. Awesome joker here from Sabba. He can hit. And what do you do then? Then you probably make the 15 point and come out to the 18. I think that's the way you play it. The 15 point is quite nice. Yeah, I like the move. 5-4. Victor cannot hit here with a 4. That would open him up too much. So you just come in and safety. Yeah. But again, Victor's pretty happy, you know. Victor's just worried about losing a doubled gammon at this score. So the most important thing for him was to establish a closed position with an advanced anchor. Perfect. Okay, 5-1. I mean, if the scores had been reversed, I would be looking at the double slot here, slotting the 5 and the 22. As it stands, I think Victor's move is better. Also, you're duplicating the force to hit over here and to hit over here on the 9 point. 6-3, not a good shot. Okay, so we run. There's a little bit of ace and 6 duplication. 6-5, a perfect roll for Ashkenazi. A dance from Sabba, so unlucky. Okay, the funny thing about this score is that the leader, Victor, can actually double quite somewhat normally. Because the take point is high for Sabba, because Sabba can drop and then be 4 away, 2 away, which is an extremely efficient score. So his take point is quite high, Sabba, at this score, higher than for money. But if Victor has a position with lots of gammons in it, it's a little bit inefficient to double, because now your gammons create overkill. You win 4 point and you only need to win 3. So typically, if Victor has a position with lots of gammons, he would go for the undoubled gammon. If Victor has a position with not so many gammons but high winning chances, he can double pretty aggressively, and Sabba actually has to pass a lot because he can drop and be 4 away, 2 away. Okay, can he double this? No, he cannot double this. Great roll, 4-3. Okay, let's see. This is interesting. It could be double pass. It's not a take for Sabba. Sabba is way better passing and just being 4 away, 2 away with his 33% match winning chances. Okay, then he should pass this cube. Definitely. Pass it and be 33%. Because that's what your winning chances are at 4 away, 2 away. Is it too good? Is it too good? I don't think it's too good, because Victor was still behind a prime. And when you're behind a prime with 2 men, it's rarely too good. So I think I agree with the doubling choices from both players there. But, I mean, tricky stuff. 6-1, super roll from Victor, makes the 4 prime. Great roll, 6-3, get the hell out of there. 5-1 Victor. Yeah, he steps up to the 3 point to get some daylight and some control over the 9 point. Wait a minute. That he's missing cubes. What? Is it too good to double or what? I mean, he missed cubes there, Sabba. I mean, this is almost too good to double at this score. Like a gigantic pass at this score. Such a huge pass. He has an open back position, which means he can lose again. What? How can he take this? It's 4 away, 2 away. I'm in shock. I'm completely in shock. Sabba missing cubes at this score. And Victor, I mean, I'm in shock actually. It's closer to too good to double than a take. This was such a gigantic pass at this score. I think Victor had played really well in this game, but this could be like a 600 blunder or something like that. Maybe he forgot about the scores. That's your... Wow. That was a bad take. Guys, I mean, and this is... I can be hard because there's 2 of the best players in the world playing, right? So I can tell it as it is. That was a bad take from Ashkenazi. He could he could just drop and he's still leading 2 away, 3 away. Wow, he risked getting gammoned there. He got lucky not to get gammoned. There was like 20% gammon in this position or something like that. Maybe more. Wow. I mean, it could even be... How big of a blunder is that? 500? 500 blunders? 600 blunders or something? Maybe some of you guys can look it up and let us know in the... Yeah. Anyway, we're in double match point. Really exciting stuff. Nobody doubled yet. But we probably will see Sabba doubling here. I think he's a favorite, but it's close. I mean, both of them having good structure. So this all comes down to this. What a high stakes double match point, huh? The winner takes a seat for the Backgammon World Championship 2024 at the Fairmont Hotel in Monte Carlo, Monaco, from the 29th to the 29th of July to the 4th of August. And we have the UBC and the Monte Carlo Open the days before the week of the World Championship. So now we're in a priming battle. Really interesting. Super cool game here. Super cool game. 6-3 interesting. Okay. Yeah, remember this is double match point. So a move like 22 to 21 could be considered. You don't lose anything of gammons. Eyes of Shiva. What a joker here from Sabba. 4-1. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. Really exciting priming battle here. I think Sabba needs to play 13-8. Yeah. Wow, 6-3. 6-3 is a hit, and Victor strikes right back, and it's a very close game again. Very close game again. So Sabba does have the better structure here. He has to break the prime. He has to break the prime. So Trex says that it was a take. You think that was a take? Did you check it and did you put it there? I would be very surprised if that was a take. Then I would just say, okay, there's something there. I completely misunderstood. Maybe I was blind to something I didn't see. Because to me it looked like Sabba was missing cubes and Victor took a huge pass at that score. So I don't know. I would be really surprised. I would say it's like Sabba was at least 2/3 of a favorite and he was winning at least 20% gammon. So that's a gigantic pass at this score. If I'm anywhere near. And there's room for margins of error here. Okay, so Trex. I need to see it with my own eyes. Trex. I know you claim that it's a take here in the chat, but so I can just... I'm completely off if that was a take. I can just admit that. Wow, look at this double sixes from Victor. Wow. What a joker. What a joker. Okay, I mean, it's 6-1, 6-3. Big advantage for Victor here, but it's not over yet. Okay, decision here. He has to stay back. Sabba has to stay back. He's trailing too much in the race. You have to stay back. 4-3 pick and pass. Great shot from Victor. Victor is a huge favorite now. Victor is a huge favorite to win the seat at the Backgammon World Championship for free and win this tournament with 430 players in it. So remember to sign up for the next one, guys. It's starting in 4 days from now, the 15th of May. And it's a free roll to win. Oh, wow, double two. Look at this. He's going to switch. He's going to clear from the rear. Maybe you switch and just take 2 men off because you have such a beautiful structure anyway. Yeah, I think I like Ashkenazi's move. Just no risk to taking 2 men off here. Yeah, congratulations, Victor Ashkenazi. You did it. He was one of the favorites, actually, to win the entire event before the tournament started. And he won, was it 9 or 10 matches in a row? That's pretty impressive. I think it was 9 matches in a row. Well done, guys. Well, let's give a big salute to both Sabba and Victor. They put on a good show here. They they did an amazing accomplishment getting this far. Let's see. Yeah, great play from both players. Really strong play. I think I had two plays from Victor I didn't like, a double six, and then that take at the end. Other than that, I think he played super good. I think Sabba played really well as well. So that's what we see here in the error rates, 3.1 versus 3.5. That's very high level. Congratulations, Victor Ashkenazi, for winning the tournament, and looking forward to see you in the World Championship. Sabba, I hope you come as well, because you definitely put on a great performance in this tournament. But let's go and see some of the blunders here. Let's see, who are we looking at now? Let's begin with Victor. I'm gonna go to the end. Wow, let's see that 4-away, 3-away game. Maybe it was a take. Maybe it's just me who's completely off. Wow, it was a take. What's going on here? 10% gammons. Okay, so that's what I had completely off. Yeah, okay. Hats off to Victor. I was completely off here. I don't know if I could have figured it out over the board. Things go fast in the heat of the moment, but now that I kind of see the computer analysis, I have to try to rationalize why is it just 10% gammons. I think I had the winning chances pretty close. I think I said 2/3 of wins to at least to Sabba. And I could tell that by just the structure of it. You know, you have the midpoint made, you've got the gaps, you've got the 3-point made, and you have a split backchecker formation. And Victor has a pretty good board. So that's just like pretty standard. It's in that range. But I thought that he won way more gammons than 10%. So now that I look at it, I guess it's because you have the stack on the midpoint. So that's a little bit awkward. You have to unstack that first. And Victor's very strong, which means that Sabba cannot hit loose. So I guess that's, and it's just 11 pips, right? It's not that much. So, okay. I thought that the gammon range was more like 20%. And it's all the way down to 10%. So excellent play by Victor Ashkenazi. And hats off to him. I was the one who was completely off there. I was a little bit in shock. I was also a little bit biased by, I think that he should have doubled here. And again, actually Sabba was correct, because again, the very, very low gammon rates. I again underestimated the gammons in this position. And I think it's not, when you just look at Sabba's side of the board, when you have 10 men in the zone and open back checkers, that is a little bit dangerous. There are gammons here. But then you look at Victor's side, and he's so strong that Sabba can't really hit loose. Like a 3-2, for instance. He's not going to double hit. He's going to play 13-8. So it's actually much less gammon scary than my quick valuation showed. So really, really good take by Ashkenazi, and also pretty good decision by Sabba not doubling here. Actually, he waited at the perfect time. This was actually a perfect double at the score. Of course, it's easy to find this double, right? Because now you have the 3-point, you've got some attacking chances. So that would have been a big mistake not to double, but he did the perfectly right thing, Sabba here. So great take by Victor. Really, really great take. I was a bit in shock, because I thought that would like potentially a 500 blunder drop, but yeah, I can see now actually just 10% gammon is not that scary. Let's just go quickly through the DMP here, just because it's fun. Okay, small mistake here from Sabba. Look, this is DMP strategy. You don't need the anchor in DMP strategy, 1-point match strategy, because you don't care about gammons. And on the 22-point anchor, that's the butterfly anchor, you don't want to get primed. So actually just split the back checkers, and then you can avoid leaving a direct shot. So classic double 1-point match strategy. Yeah, again, I think we mentioned it this time over the board, that what about the ace over here? We are playing a 1-point match, and playing 3-2 is slightly destructive, and playing 22-21 is actually slightly constructive, even though it's a little bit risky. Double one, not so good. Double Eyes of Shiva, right? Great roll, but then Victor just came back with this 6-3. This was the joker that turned the game around, and then the awkward 5-4 where Sabba had to break. Oh, Small mistake here from Victor. Okay, this move, wow, difficult to find. But there are some strong 5 duplication. There is a strong 5 duplication going on here. Okay, let's see. Double 4. How could you play this? You could, keep blocking the 6s. Again, difficult move to find here. I think I would have made the same mistake as Victor here. But it's because you want to block the 6s, so he's trying to force Sabba to play the 6s from the 17 point. Yeah, and then just Victor rolling like a god. Okay, let's go to errors and blunders. Who do we begin with? Let's begin with Victor. Okay, here, oh yeah, he made the wrong double hit. I think we mentioned that we weren't really sure whether we should tempo hit on the 3 or the 1 point. It was better on the 1 point because he's up in the race, so it's better to minimize shots to not get hit. Okay, then you had this one. Double hit slightly better. Okay, even though it's dangerous, slightly better, especially because of the underutilized dilly builder here. You get to activate it. Big upside, of course, but more risky. Small mistake. 6-4. Okay, looks like a natural play to me, hitting and then coming out, but going all in for the prime with no extra shots because it's double hit. You don't even, it's still just 12 shots from the bar, no matter what you do. So actually this is actually a pretty nice play, going for the 6 prime. Okay, so this one was too good to double. I think that was my gut instinct as well, but then I second guessed myself after he actually did redouble. But it was too good to redouble here. When you're leading the match, you're always cautious, and sometimes it can even be too good to double take. That wasn't the case if this was a big pass. But not a blunder, just a mistake. And I would say when in doubt, double, right? Because then you give your opponent a chance to make a mistake. Okay, let's see. Slotting play was good here. After 2 down, with 5-2, 2 down, the best opening reply is slotting with 4-1. I would expect Victor to know that actually. But it's cool to see. Maybe he split because he was leading in the match. That's probably why. I think he would make the slotting play in the money game. But the slotting play is still best. Okay, this one. Then we dropped. Okay. Okay. This one. Okay, I think I liked the drop here from Victor. I think I liked it. I think it was the match score over the board that tipped me to say drop, but it looks like it was a small take. Let's see, Victor is winning 28.7%. That's quite a lot, and not that many gammons in it. Like, it's only if he can really make the closeout here and now, then he could win a gammon, but not too dangerous. Okay, interestingly enough, this one was better. Funny, huh? Because you don't want to make the 8 point when you're up against the 2 point anchor, then the 9 point is better. Interesting. Oh yeah, this double 6, this was the one I didn't like. That was a blunder. Yeah. Victor's game plan here is blitzing and racing, not priming. And he actually got in trouble in this game after making the priming move here because he got into a priming battle, had worse timing, and then he performed a miracle to escape 2 men behind the 5 prime. Double 3. Okay, just plug out the gap. Okay, another blunder actually, big mistake. Plug out the gap. Okay, then we got this one. Slotting, interesting. Okay, cool. You're playing a priming battle. You need a 6 prime to win because you have worse timing. Wow. Okay, so slotting in a priming battle. That's it's cool to see. We know that you need to play super efficient in priming battles. So, yeah, cool to see that move. But I think most players would have probably made a blunder here, like Victor did. 3-2. Okay, I like that he went for the backgammon. I think I would have done the same, but apparently playing safe is better. Okay, next game, 4-2. Yeah, you need to split because you're losing the anchor war. So you want to do something like this, or come out to the 18, or just something where you split, because right now you're completely losing the anchor war. You can't tolerate that. You must split as soon as possible. 3-2. What is this? Why is this? Oh, okay. What a computerized move. I don't get it. Yeah, this one, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I would play 24-18, 6-4. 13-5, it's really nice in all ways, except for the fact that you're losing the anchor war and you want to split. But it does look pretty nice to just do this because you're unstacking the midpoint. But running, I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. But apparently his move was better than mine. So something there I don't get. Maybe it's too dangerous to get hit here. So I have to try to understand this position. Because I didn't like his move. I just didn't see any argument for it. But I guess there's a little bit of distraction going on because he wants to unstack the 17 and the 19 point. So maybe it's more dangerous to make this play. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the key. Okay, but actually the best move was, none of us got the best move. That was 13-5. This one. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a common idea here. It's better to make the 4 point and leave a shot, because you're leaving the shot in front of the anchor. There's a lot of duplication because he wants to make points with 6-4, 4-2 in particular. So yeah, it's better to just make the 4 point. Okay, I think I said that I was leaning towards the take here. I think I said, oh, it's difficult to drop when you've got 2 blots or something like that. But it was a tough decision. It was a tough decision because of the match score. So this is like a position with a lot of blunder potential. And I think I said, like, you really have to take your time and evaluate how dangerous, how strong is the blitz attack really, right? So, and apparently here it's not that strong. Is it a level 1 blitz or a level 2 blitz? I'm not that sure about that. So it actually looks in the percentages that this is more like a level 1 blitz attack, not a level 2 blitz attack yet. Because of the 2 blots here, Victor's probably going to get a direct shot next time. But difficult. Okay, let's go a little bit faster. Let's stick to the blunders and the cube actions. Okay, here he missed a cube, Victor. He stopped and thought about it. And I was like, okay, that's good that he thinks about it, because this could be a cube, even at the score. And it was a cube. Almost a blunder not to double. Double 2, tough decision here. Apparently the point shift is best. Cool. Getting that goalkeeper out of the way. Okay, here he missed a cube, and then he doubled next time when Sabba correctly passed it, I think. 6-4. Ooh, double hitting is better. It's because of all those blots. Look at all those blots everywhere. That's why double hitting is better. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, now we got some blunt. Yeah, this one. We didn't like it. It's too big. It's too big. The best is just to hit and come up. That was my play. Even double hitting like this is better because you keep your anchor. It's really risky to make this play. And he got punished. He lost a gammon here. Victor's writing me in the chat. He's getting to, some of you guys are writing him that I criticized him for the take at 4-away, 2-away. And then he says, I think it's a sizable take. Yeah, I'm just going to answer. I was way off at that position. Yeah, here's the 6-4. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think we called him out on this one as well. So the double sixes, the 6-4 here, and then the cube where it actually turned out that Victor was right on that one. 6-4. Oh, wow. He can get a shot. How can he get a shot? 6-1, 5-1, 4-1. That's 6 numbers out of 36 where Victor could get a shot. He should stay. Yeah, then that's actually a blunder. That's actually it didn't cross my mind either when I was just seeing the game. Funny. Okay, then this one. I would have done the same here. I think I would have hit here as well. But it's a score thing, I think. You introduce too many gammon losses with this hit. It's gammon go light. Victor must play cautious here. I think that's the thing. Nah, it's even better at a regular score as well. It just gets exacerbated at this score. Okay, so this is a non-hit. This could be in Dirk Schiermann's new book, To Hit or Not, or whatever the book is called. It's about that. Victor's writing funny stuff in the chat. Okay, let's see. We still need to go through Sabba's blunders here. And that's it. That's it for Victor. Let's go to Sabba. Okay, loading. Double 4. Yeah, tough one here. Oh yeah, that's the one we called him out for. You got to keep structure. Don't break structure. It's slightly better. It's annoying to front load, but it's better to keep the structure, the 9-pointer structure. Okay, I think I like the double here over the board. I think I said he had a priming and a blitzing advantage, but okay, the blitzing advantage is a little bit thin because of it's actually just how many is it? 9 men in the zone, right? And a lot of men over here, and 163 pips to go. So the blitzing advantage, the mistake is probably to award 1 full point in the point system here for the blitzing advantage. It's probably just half a point. So he gets 1 for priming and half a point for blitzing. So it's 1.5 points out of 3, therefore no double. But it's one of those judgment calls. Over the board, I didn't think anything of it. Okay, come around. Yes, I think we called him out on this one too, because you break your midpoint. It's too early to break the midpoint. He could come in with a hit or just rolling a 2, and then you don't have a mid position. A little bit too trigger happy here to get men in the zone to attack. Too much focus on the attack. Okay, small one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, exactly. We talked about this one too. We caught it. It's better to come out on the 20, so you don't have 9 instead of just 4 dangerous shots, and you don't get to bury a checker. And it's a pretty nice outfield contract, actually, when this guy tries to come home. And if he doesn't move that guy, it's more shots, because now a 10 hits him instead of a 12. Okay, you stay back. Interesting. 2 down here. Interesting. In the opening game, usually after you hit from the midpoint, then you split the back checker. But here, because you made the 3-point and because he's stacked, you can actually just go ahead and just make this play. You need an extra 4, 5, 2 extra hitting rolls out of 36, but that's not too many compared to the gain. I like that play, actually. I'm not sure if I would have found it, but I like it. Okay, he goes for the 4-point here against the 1-2 back game. I don't dislike it. I kind of like his move, but apparently this move is better. Just come around. Okay. I think he's leaving. I guess the idea is that you're leaving too many fly shots where Victor has a chance to wiggle his way out. But yeah. Okay, double 2. Yeah, technicality. Double 6s. Technicality. 6-5. Yeah, I think we talked about this, but I wasn't sure what the right move was here, because I did say that it's nice to make the 11-point. But, I mean, it's also nice to make the 18-point, right? Okay, here he missed a cube. He missed a cube here. Pretty clear cube, I think. Lots of market losers, like hit and cover. You have 10 in the zone, so even a roll like 5-2, you can make the ace point and start a blitz attack. So a lot of market losers here. And you're down 2-6. Probably a close call for money, but definitely a double at the score. Okay, a little bit too much to give an ace shot here. I think I praised him for it because of the duplication with 3-1, 4-1, 2-1, 6-1. But it's a little bit too much. You're up in the race. You have an advanced anchor. You're up in the race. You should not leave shots and lose your racing advantage. Here, first he misses a cube because he's 1 man back, and then he misplays double 5s. Wow, look at this move. That's a tough one to find. That is a cool play. Because you're up in the race, you want to blitz attack. And this one is very destructive. You give up the mid position. Now Victor rolls a 6, and then he's out of there. He has full freedom. I think I would have found this play, actually, if I was over the board here. But I don't know. Tough one, right? Cool play. Okay, let's see this one. 6-5. He's... Oh, there was a better variation. Wow, that's so harsh. You know, you get punished with 140 blunder for the wrong 5. This one, duplicating the aces because you can make the 5 point with 6-1 and 3-1. It gives better outfield control if Victor runs with a 6-2. All the way here, all these outfield points, you get the coverage. Cool play. Difficult to find. And you get one more attacker on the 3 point. Okay, double 2. So the correct idea was to stay back. So at least you found that. But it would have been slightly better to play more. Oh yeah, just better checker utilization. What is this checker supposed to do on the 6 point? You should optimize checker utilization. You do that this way. Okay, I thought he did the right thing by dropping here. I thought he did the right thing. But what we mentioned was one gap in the prime structure is usually a drop. But Victor has 2 men behind on the ace point. That's almost as bad as a gap. So it's almost like actually having 2 gaps in the structure. So it was difficult. I wasn't sure about it. But I was leaning towards the pass as well. So interestingly enough, this is a clear take. Okay, 6-2. Nice that Sabba didn't make the blitzing play and make the 2 point here. That would have been a big blunder, I think. Yeah, look at this. 260 blunder. He stuck to his game plan. It was just a more Why didn't he play this, actually? He was diversifying. He wanted a 3 to be played over here on this side of the board. So he was diversifying to have a 4 and an ace to cover. It's just ugly to front load and you lose a lot of flexibility. This is just more beautiful. But I understand his reasoning. 4-2. Oh, yeah. Missing a double at this extreme score. You're winning the anchor war. You have an embryonic position that's just about to turn into a concrete position. So you have market losers. You should double. Here it's pretty clear, actually. This is kind of like a double for money almost. Just because it's this early priming advantage. You're winning the anchor war. You're about to seal the prime. I think this is a small double for money. So it's a big mistake not to double at this score. I don't remember if I noticed it over the board. 6-3. Wow, look at this. I think Sabba did a great job finding double hits in this match. But here he had another excellent opportunity to display beautiful backgammon skill, but a tough one to find. Running just leaves all the initiative to Victor with 10 men in the zone. He already has a blitz formation, so blitz to escape. That's the concept. Blitz to escape. And big upside when it works. 6-4. Would have been better to play this. 3-2. Pretty big mistake. Okay, minimize blood. You're a little bit too blood happy here, Sabba. But I could have done the same mistake as you did. But I guess the computer wants to minimize blots. I'm going to be a little bit fast here. Oh yeah, this one. I called him out here because I said you cannot allow the gammon to slip through your fingers here. So you got to fight for it. Okay, Eyes of Shiva. Oh yeah. Why not just make the 5 prime? That's weird. Maybe I don't know, maybe it's an oversight. It's not that scary to leave a 6-1 to get hit. So I think this was an oversight by Sabba. 3-2. Okay, just making an inferior play. I don't really understand it. He's trying to save a 6, but sacrificing flexibility and slotting a worse point and sacrificing some racing efficiency as well. So I didn't get that. Okay, difficult. I would play the same thing here. What's the best play? Instead of coming out, you unstack, of course. Oh yeah, looks obvious when I see it now. Okay. This one is better. This one is better than this one. Okay. 6-3. Coming out to a double shot, even though there's duplication. He had a beautiful move here, unstacking. Very beautiful move, and duplicating the 3s a lot. So again, we see an example of slotting is correct when the enemy has made the 4-point anchor. Okay, let's see. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Then that small mistake here. Okay, good. Thank you all for watching. Oh, we still have more than 100 players watching, even the post-match analysis. Good stuff, guys. Congratulations to Victor Ashkenazi, a well-deserved win. 430 players in this tournament, and I know he's coming to Monte Carlo. So excellent win here. Congratulations. Also congratulations to Sabba. This was a winner-takes-all tournament, so it's brutal. He won 8 matches in a row and then lost in the double match point in the final and goes home with nothing. But I hope to see you, Sabba, in Monte Carlo as well. If not this year, perhaps next year. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe this video. Sign up for the next Freeroll tournament where the first prize is an Earth board, the legendary Earth board. Remember, it's an exclusive event. Only star members can participate. It's $7.99 a month to become a star member. You sign up via our web version. And then you can go to the tournament lobby on our landing page, BackgammonGalaxy.com. Go to tournaments, online tournaments. There you can go to the registration form, sign up for the tournament. It starts the 15th of May in 4 days. And I guess that's it. Hope to see you all in Monte Carlo this summer. And thank you for watching. See you next time.
What's up, Backgammon fans? Smash that like button, subscribe, and click on the notification bell to not miss out on future Backgammon videos. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Backgammon Galaxy, and follow my personal Instagram, Marc Olsen 10.